shut down in Sri Lanka. Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Instagram, all these platforms out of service in Sri Lanka. Today, massive protests across nation have been called. We'll continue tracking these developments in Sri Lanka as the crisis unfolds at the moment. But the latest coming in, social media platforms have been shut down in Sri Lanka. Just for our viewers who have tuned in, the breaking news just trickling in is from the island nation, Sri Lanka. After the curfew was imposed since last evening, social media platforms have shut down Sri Lanka at the moment. So you don't have social media available in Sri Lanka as we speak at the moment. All the major social media platforms, whether it is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they're all not available at the moment in Sri Lanka. They've been shut down. Now, the economic crisis in Sri Lanka has worsened in the last 24 hours, as we've been reporting, amidst widespread protests. The Sri Lankan government has imposed nationwide curfew. Meanwhile, the Sri Lankans have been without power for the last 13 hours. Here's more.
13 hours power blackouts. Long queues for fuel. Severe shortage of essentials. There's no end to the woes of Sri Lankans as their nation stands on the brink of bankruptcy. Widespread protests have erupted across the nation as Sri Lanka faces the worst economic crisis in the nation's history. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa enforced a nationwide state of emergency, but the people of Sri Lanka remain defiant. A nationwide protest has been called on Sunday despite the 36-hour curfew. Colombo, the capital city, has come to a standstill.
Not only in Colombo, that there is crisis of the essential items. Now, store there you see all the cosmetic stuff filled up, but what you would need is the milk powder for the infants, for the babies, for the kids, that are very poor in the stock. That's are mostly, in fact, not even available. These are the flavored stuff, but the basic milk powder is not available. Subsequently, eggs not available. Medicine rack are totally deserted, and that explains the furious situation here in Sri Lanka. These are the gallons for the fuel, and people have been waiting for hours from past midnight. This explains the crisis here in Sri Lanka. No diesel, no petrol, even the public transport has totally come on halt.
The severity of the crisis can be gauged out by the prices of homegrown products soaring. Despite being one of the leading tea producers in the world, the prices of the beverage in the home country have shot up.
A cup of tea is the most essential thing to start your day with. But here in Sri Lanka, amidst of this massive economic crisis, even the rates for the cup of tea has gone massively up. The black tea, which used to be cost some 30 to 40 local currency rupees, have gone up to 60 to 70 rupees. The milk tea have gone up to 70 to 80 rupees, and in some places even more than 100 to 150 rupees. Now that explains the furious crisis, the economic crisis here in Sri Lanka. All the basic essential items, including the food items, since the delivery mechanism has been affected adversely, there is supply line which has been totally disrupted.
From rice to diesel, India is providing all possible humanitarian aid to its southern neighbor. As anger boils across the nation over decades of financial mismanagement, the Rajapaksa family is staring in the eye of the storm. Sri Lanka's economic woes are being blamed on successive governments' inability to diversify exports and relying deeply on traditional cash sources. With no certainty over how to wade through the crisis, the future of 2 crore 19 lakh Sri Lankans lies in the limbo. With Ashutosh Mishra in Colombo, Bureau Report, India Today.